Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiaran Lanier. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and joining the fam. But today, if you guys are not new, you know that I have a series on my channel here called Girl Talk, and this is going to be episode, let me get it right, baby, 4. I was right. This is gonna be episode 4, you guys, but we got a little bit of a twist this time, and this is how it's going to be from here on out. We are gonna be incorporating wine, you guys. I turned 21 last week. Was it last week? Yeah, guys, the week before last. I turned 21 on the 10th of June, and I watch Wine Talk. I've always wanted to do one of my own, and now that I am of legal age to be drinking in life and on social media, I thought, why not do wine talks with you guys? I feel like at a younger age, you know, sometimes we're so used to the vodka and the tequila and the Hennessy and the Douce, whatever it is, whatever's your cup of tea, if you like light, if you like dark. But it is important to tap into your inner classy girl and explore some wines, you guys. I'm gonna be trying a new wine every episode, and I want to do these more frequently, so comment down below what you want me to talk about so we can get these going, hopefully once a week. We'll see. But yes, you guys, today we have a rosé, and it is by Gerard Bertrand, and it's called Côte des Roses. This is the bottle, and so cute. It's got like a little rose on top, and I have my super cute and extra and huge wine glass, and we're just gonna pour some of the wine in and get to talking. That's good for now. Okay. If you're of age, you guys, go grab yourself a glass of wine as well so we can sit and have girl talk with our wine. If you're not a drinker, juice or water will suffice. And for the non-of age people, please go get you some juice or some water or some Sprite or whatever, a soda, I don't know. All right guys, let's get into it. Cheers. Okay, so like I was saying, I did turn 21 2 weeks ago, and I came up with a super cool idea to talk to you guys about the 20 things that I've learned in my 20 years of living. 21, I'm still very, very young, you guys, but I think I've learned a lot. As you can see on my Girl Talks, I like to talk. I like to treat this as if we're just at a sleepover. We're all girls and we're chatting. So I broke it up into 5 categories, and we're gonna get into it. First one is 5 things I've learned about financials. So you guys, a little bit of backstory on me. Let me take a sip, because I know I will sit here and hold this glass in my hand the whole night and not drink. So, oh, it's really good too. Not too bitter, really good. So a little bit of backstory on me, you guys. Somebody actually asked me on live the other day. They were like, so have you ever had a job? And I felt attacked. I'm like, dang girl, what you mean have I ever had a job? First of all, social media in itself is a job. But yes, I have had a non-social media job. And I actually got my first job at 15 and a half. My dad was very adamant about me getting a job. If we weren't playing sports, we had to go get a job, okay? And I had just that. I worked at a acai bowl / healthy food place, you guys, and I worked there. I'm talking early mornings, late nights, school night. This is before I even had my license. I had my permit, but you know, when you have your permit, you can't drive by yourself. So I was getting dropped off and picked up, and it was like $9 an hour. I was picking up them shifts. I was taking people's shifts if they didn't want to work. I was like, oh, I got it, I'll work. I was the young one, and they're like, oh, let me just see if Kiaran will take it. She's 15, she's 16, she wants to make some money. And that was really it, you guys. I was hustling. I was going in, I was doing that. And then after that, I had a job at a cycle studio. So I have had 2 very much so non-social media jobs. And I really recommend that for everybody. As soon as you can get a job, get a job. I like making my own money. I wanted to make my own money. I didn't want to have to ask my parents, hey, can you give me money for this? Or can you give me money for that? When you make your own money, you really don't have to answer to anybody until if you spend it all and then you just broke and you like, wait, can you give me a little money? Your parents might be like, girl, where's the money that you have? But getting a job is so important. If you're not playing a sport, if you're not doing something that physically does not allow you to get a job, which nowadays you can get a job or you can work literally while you're sitting at home not doing anything. So you really don't got no excuse, girl. Get a job. But no, just the freedom that you have and the luxury of just having your own money is so important. And it's a boss to be able to say, yeah, I make my own money. Second thing is learn how to save. I'm still trying to learn this, you guys. When I tell you I cannot save, it's really bad, and it's something that I told myself in my 21st year of life I'm gonna learn how to do, because it's not cute to run out of your money in 5 seconds. Like, when I tell you guys I could blow money like unhealthily quickly, it's scary how fast I can blow money. And I'm learning. Anybody out there that knows how to save, message me on Instagram. We're gonna get through it together. If you know, you're gonna teach me. If you can't, we're gonna get through it together. But just seeing other people's situations and just like having friends that are very, very good savers, that inspires me to really save, you know, like not going out to buy every and anything just because I can. And that leads me to my second one. Don't buy anything if you can't buy it 3 times. If you can't buy it 3 times, girl, you can't afford it. You just can't. You just can't. And that's something I had to learn too. And I've implemented in my life now to where if I can't buy it 3 times, I can't afford it. I can't do it. It won't get, I know. Because think about it. Once you buy something, that money is ultimately out of your account. So you don't want it to be out of your account and then you got nothing. So again, I'm speaking to you, and as I'm talking to myself, that I need to learn how to save, because it ain't cute not saving. It's important to have a savings account. Stack your chips, stack your bread. You should have more money in your savings than you do your checkings. Third one is multiple sources of income is key. Taking social media out of the picture, because I know a lot of people don't do or don't even have interest in social media. But let's say you got a normal job. For instance, when I was working at the cycle studio, I also was selling clothes on DEPOP. And I had social media, but I wasn't getting money off of social media, you know. And if I was, it would be like $100, $200 here and there. Nothing that you could really, buy super huge things from. And that was just 3 sources of income right there that were coming from 3 separate ways. The source of income I always knew was gonna come twice a month. So that was something that just cycled through. I always knew it was gonna come. Depop was every so now and again, where if I had some clothes I wasn't gonna wear, then you just throw it up on your Depop. Or if you have a Buffalo Exchange in your area, you can go to them and they buy the clothes off of you, but you could sell it for higher on Depop and get more money, because sometimes Buffalo Exchange be playing games. But I go to Buffalo Exchange now. If I don't feel like putting anything on Depop, I'll just go sell it to Buffalo Exchange and be good. But multiple sources of income is so important, because if you are just going off of one source and that fails you, that is not going to give you, it's going to give you money. But if you are anything like me and you have an expensive taste and you want to live a lavish life and to be able to provide for yourself before you meet that husband so that you guys can come together as one, you gotta really, feed into your taste, and that is gonna come from multiple streams of income, girl. So get you some multiple streams. I know you can go online and do like surveys for a couple dollars. You could sell clothes that you don't have. You can, there's so many ways that you can make money outside of just that one source. So start young, start now, and get yourselves on a multiple stream income path. So the next one is invest in stocks and open a Roth IRA account. Do your research on Roth IRA. I've seen it on TikTok all over, and I want to start mine. Essentially, it's like I don't want to say it's like a retirement plan, and please, you guys, I'm not a professional, so I don't really know for sure. Don't come for me, but definitely do your research, you guys, because they're very important, actually. I will be opening one up soon, but the second one is to invest into stocks. Cryptocurrency is super booming right now, and stocks, and that's another source of income that can help you get your bag right, sis. But the second topic is spiritual. The number one thing that I've learned is to keep God first. I'm not gonna say that I'm a perfect 10,000% not perfect. Sometimes I'll be really, really, really on fire for God, and other times I find myself being distracted by the things of the world, and it's hard. I feel like in this generation, in social media being at the forefront of my income, I'm very thankful that God has allowed me to be able to, touch other people's lives and really inspire other people and communicate and interact with people that I never would, because I don't live near them, or whatever the case may be. Our lives haven't crossed paths, but it can be hard, and I do know that is so important. If you are a believer, on my channel I do talk about God, because I do believe in God, and it's just important to keep God first. That's one thing I can't stress enough. It's 3 words, but they're very, very powerful words, to just keep God first. Can't do sorry, my phone fell. Honestly, can't do anything without him, and I've seen that so many times, time and time again. But that is that number one for sure, to keep God first. And the second one is to create a routine. I feel like when I was living in Atlanta, and I do feel this way because I didn't know many people and I didn't have many distractions around me, which I don't normally while I'm home either, but I don't know, my time in Atlanta, I feel like my relationship with God was really, really good. I was doing my devotions heavy. I was, you know, praying, and I do pray every single day. That's one thing I do. I don't find myself going a day without praying, from what I know. Some days I will, but for the most part, I do pray every day. And I like to tell people and to tell myself to talk to God like he's your friend. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy formal. Like, you could just be like, hey, you know, and just talk what's on your mind, thank him, praise him, and just talk to him, pour everything onto him, for sure. So just creating that routine and just getting back into it. I got a new devotions book, actually, that I wanted to share with you guys, and tonight will be my first time using it. I saw it on TikTok, but it's 52-week scripture, devotional, and guided prayer journal by Shannon Roberts, and it is a prayer journal for women. I find that devotionals help me get closer to God, because sometimes I don't really know where to start, where to go, and devotionals kind of guide that path for you, so it makes it a little easier. So I'll leave that link down below, and we can kind of go on the 52-week journey together and hold each other accountable. But yeah, you guys, creating a routine, setting aside time for God, just like you set aside time for your boyfriend, set aside time for God. Third one is set boundaries for yourself. And I say this as far as things you will and will not do, and not allowing peer pressure to influence those. So if you are not a drinker and that's something that you don't want to do, set boundaries for yourself. Don't allow someone to take you out of the boundaries, your spiritual boundaries, your life boundaries that you have set for yourself. Of course, you might fail, you might fall down sometimes, but it's important to, you know, set those boundaries and stand firm on them, whether that's saving yourself from marriage, like I said, not using substances, not cursing, not whatever that is. Don't allow others or situations to take you out of those boundaries. Try your very best. Prayer is essential, and read your Bible. I don't know how I do kind of know how I ended up on Christian TikTok. A lot of my TikToks, I have like funny, this is my TikTok. I have fashion TikToks, I have funny TikToks, and I have Christian TikToks. That's kind of like the setup of my TikTok For You page. But I see it so often, and I know how truthful it is to read your Bible. Reading my Bible, and I don't do it nearly enough, and I need to start in this prayer journal. I hope it's going to help me to, you know, continue to, or start to read my Bible more. But there's so much in the Bible to learn about. It's just like studying a school book. It's like studying the Bible, you know. There's so many things to learn, so much that God has put in a book that we have access to. And definitely I need to start reading my Bible more, and that's what I found is more important, because when I do, I learn so much more. Next topic is health and wellness, you guys. First one, invest in your skin, girl. Skin and teeth are the two things that people, I feel like, see when they first see you. They're gonna look and see how your skin is, and of course, I've struggled with acne. I know people that have struggled with cystic acne. Sometimes you can't help it. But there are things that you can do. You can get facials. If you have the means, you can invest in a dermatologist. Even if you don't have the means, there's more cost-effective ways to be able to do at-home facials if you don't have cystic acne. But if you are able to, Accutane helps people with cystic acne. Just really invest in your skin. Make sure your skin is right. Before you go buy some new clothes, make sure your skin is right, because that's the first thing that people see. And your teeth as well, that's another thing. Keep them teeth white. You don't have to get any professional teeth whitening. I think I'm gonna come out with a teeth routine, because so many people ask me what I use and how, you know, I get my teeth white. But that's so important, you guys. Keep your teeth white. Don't nobody want to see no butt tree teeth, yellow teeth. No. If your teeth is looking like this, gold, fix it. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, coming at us, big sister to you. But no, it is not okay to have butt tree teeth, you guys. Drink from straws. Whiten your teeth, use peroxide, don't swallow the peroxide, use charcoal. There's so many ways to get your teeth whiter. There is no reason for you to have plaque buildup on your teeth and white and yellow teeth. No. I need to come up with a name for you guys, because you guys are my girls, of course, but I don't know. But whatever, my girls, we don't have yellow teeth. We do not do that, okay? You whiten our teeth. I'm gonna come out with a routine, but that is another thing. That's the number 2 about health and wellness, is make sure your teeth are white. They don't have to be straight, because retainers and Invisalign and braces are very, very expensive, but you can definitely keep them white. You can keep them white for free if you do at-home remedies, lemon peroxide. There's so many things. Like I said, I'm gonna come out with a video, you guys, but keep that skin nice and the teeth white, okay? Third one is, when of age, is for my girls, and your parents allow you to start shaving your areas and your legs and your arms, invest into waxing, you guys. Shaving can be very detrimental to that area. It can be detrimental to that area. You can get razor bumps, you can get darkness, you can get so many things that you don't want. And in the summertime, when you're wearing bikinis or you know, you doing the do, whatever you want that area to be nice and clean and smooth and nice. And I have found, because I started out shaving, and that was probably the worst thing I could have ever did, was start out shaving, you guys. It just was not the way I was wanting her to look. And then I started waxing, and over the course of time and using 10 Skin, I'll link that down below as well. If you guys have heard of 10 Skin, you put it on after you wax or you shave or whatever you do to remove hair. You put it on to prevent razor bumps and to make sure that you're keeping that area clean, you know, because that's dirt buildup to his skin. So you're gonna wash around there really, really good. But invest in waxing, you guys. I just started laser, so I kind of have to shave, which I've been so bummed out about because I hate shaving. I like to wax, but essentially I'm doing laser to be completely bald. So I'm very excited about that. And my underarms. The next one is work out, you guys. Work out. And it's not only for your outer appearance, but it's for your inner too. High blood pressure, heart disease, arthritis, all those things are very real and they can happen. And it's so important to keep your body moving and fluid and nice. And I'm not saying nice on the outside, I'm saying on the inside for your heart health is to work out. You don't have to do nothing crazy, be on your training for the Olympics or the marathons, but you know, do your best, but keep your body moving. Whether it's 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 5 times a week, 7 times a week. Work out, you guys. It's so, so, so important, especially if you don't eat right, which is low-key me. I kind of eat right, but I don't. But you know what I mean. And the last one is make hygiene a priority. So again, I'm talking to my girls out there. This is girl talk, but I'm talking to my girls out there. You guys, when you start messing with boys, and I don't mean doing the do and the whoopity whoop, but when you get in close contact with people, even just being around your friends or other people, and you're this close to somebody talking, and first of all, I'm using this as an example. My biggest pet peeve, it makes me so uncomfortable, is when people talk close to you. I don't know what makes people think this is okay, but I'll literally go like this, like I'll kind of move my body back, and they won't get the hint still. So for all the people out there that have experienced this, that people talk close to you, imagine if your breath was stinking. And it took me a while, not even gonna lie to you guys, to find a routine to where I felt comfortable to be right and dead in somebody's face, you know, to where if I was this close to them and I went, then my breath wasn't gonna smell like onions and funyuns and dunions, you know what I mean? So make sure that you keep your hygiene first, and that's for your mouth hygiene, your body hygiene. You want to smell good, invest in good perfumes. My parents put me onto Jo Malone perfume, and I'm kind of like easing myself out of that because I want to get into like the different perfumes. Kyra and Brianna Monique and Aaliyah's Face, they kind of all showcase a lot of good smelling fragrances, and I want to get into that because I feel like as I'm getting into my grown woman, it's good to, you know, have a signature scent, and I want to find one that's not too old lady, like casket ready, and not too like Forever 21 or I don't know, what was that, Justice, I don't know, something that's not like of high quality. I want to invest in a good perfume and create a collection. So yeah, make sure you're smelling good, you guys, looking good, feeling good, because if you look good, you feel good. You know that on this channel I preach that, but it's the truth. Next one is friendships. And the first one I want to start out with is watch out for the red flags in friendships. Red flags are not always for relationships, you guys. And I've learned that your friends, you got to look out for jealousy. You got to look out for envy. You got to look out for hate. You got to look out for gossipers. Because all of that are red flags. If somebody is talking about another person to you, I am willing to put all of the money that I have on it that they are talking about you to someone else. A gossiper isn't gonna not gossip about you. You know, it's not gonna skip you, girl. If you have a friend that will come to you and read somebody like a book, like, oh, this person, they're 10,000% talking about you. And that's not somebody you want in your circle. That's not somebody you want to be around. You are who you hang around with. And if you're hanging around with gossipers and people that are jealous and people that talk about people and all this and this. And I think that's so prevalent in the Black girl community amongst other Black girls, is there's so much, you know? Nobody wants to be happy for each other. It's, for example, when I was in Atlanta, I know my girl Sabine, she talked about this on the podcast a while back, but I've had my own instances with this too, is that people will just treat you so nasty and so mean just because of whatever the case may be. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, they're jealous of me. No, because I'm not even that kind of girl to be like, oh, she was just jealous of me. But sometimes people are really jealous of you. For what reason? They got their own insecurities. They have some inner stuff that they have to work on. But those are all red flags that you need to look at in friends and have discernment. That's another thing in my spiritual thing. It's more than 5 on that one. But praying to God for discernment, man, that's something that I kind of started doing late. I don't want to say late because it's never too late, but my mom told me this like maybe a couple months ago, a year ago, and she was just like, pray to God to ask for discernment, you know. Really ask God, hey God, is this a good friend? Is this someone I should give my time to? Is this someone that I should allow in my circle, allow to get to know me? Because if you watch the podcast, when I have my solo episode, I talked about that not everybody should get a chance to know you. Not everybody should get a chance to have access to you. You, girl, you should hold yourself to a certain standard to where it's like, I can't give myself to everybody. Because if you give yourself to everybody, you start to wear yourself out thin, and it's like you have no more to give for yourself or to people that love you. You don't have anything left because you were so busy spreading yourself thin to people who weren't pouring back into you. And that's so important, to ask for discernment, to make sure that you are choosing the right people to be in your life, choosing the right friends. You could choose your friends, you can't choose your family. So ask God for discernment to allow the people that you're allowing into your life are people that you should be giving your time and your energy to. So look out for those red flags in friendships, for real, you guys. And the second one is, don't force a friendship, let it flow automatically. I've overheard some girls talk about like, I wanted to be her friend so bad. I wanted to hang out with her so badly. And I guess sometimes that can be good, but then sometimes it's just like, why did you want to be that person's friend so bad? Like, why wouldn't you want it to just flow automatically? And I'm not saying not put yourself out there and allow yourself to be visible, because if you don't allow yourself to be visible, then you're really not gonna be able to have a chance to be friends with that person being silent. But you know, extending that olive branch, but not giving somebody the whole tree. You know what I mean? Like, put yourself out there, but don't make yourself seem desperate. Relationships should flow. Friendships should flow. It should just all just be, you know, gravitate towards each other. Now, you should not force anything at all, especially a friendship. Don't force anybody to be in your life that doesn't want to be there at all. Another one, it's okay if you don't have 20 million friends. Keep your circle small. That's what I just wrote in my notes. But I had to learn this too, because I thought, coming from high school, and the high school that I went to is very small. Everybody knew everybody. If you weren't friends with them, you knew them, you were associates, you kikied, and you kept pushing. When you went to college, it's kind of like, okay, I went to college and I had like two good friends, you know what I mean? And then associates. And now I have a group of like 6, 8 friends, and they're good friends, you know? They're good friends. I don't need 20, 50 billion. I'm not the type of person that's gonna call you my best friend and you're not my best friend. To me, your best friend is somebody that's your best friend, like your girl. You're a person that you know has got you from top to bottom, that will be there to support you in your good and your bad, that loves you no matter what, that puts up with your annoyings, whatever the case may be. Me, I know sometimes I have my random moments where I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk. I don't want nothing. It might be like an automatic switch, and you might be like, what the heck just happened to Kiaran? And that's not something that I'm glorifying or being like, this is good. Like, that's something I need to work on. But my friends and my people, they love me for that, and I love them for their annoyings, I guess you could say. And I put quotations around annoyings because not everybody is perfect, but their faults are in whatever's eyes that you see it. But you guys know what I mean. Not everybody is perfect. So I think just not feeling like you need a whole bunch of friends to be satisfied. There's people that have one friend and they're good. I don't even have a whole bunch of friends. I don't have a whole bunch of best friends, you know? It's not something that you need to force or need. Ooh, that was funny. Or need to force or need to feel like you need a whole bunch of just to be like, oh, I know everybody, or no. Because the bigger the circle, the more the mess, the more the drama, the more the you want to keep a small circle, and you don't want to tell everybody your business. Me, I had a problem with oversharing. I had a problem with telling people things, telling the wrong people things, and they would turn right back around and tell somebody else. And I would be like, how do you know that? I told this person. Oh, okay, so this person ran and told you, and da-da-da-da-da. Make sure you're telling people things. If you're telling somebody that you can't trust, make sure or you don't know that well, you don't know if you can trust them, make sure you're telling them and you're okay with them, everybody doing it, you know? If you have that solid thing that you just don't want anybody to know, make sure you're telling that to somebody that you know, or tell your pillow, or tell your animal, or tell your family. Like my mom, shout out to you, Mom. My mom is my girl, you know? I don't have sisters, so I treat my friends as my sister. And my mom, of course, she's my mother, and I respect her and I love her, but my mom is my girl. That's just my girl. I might overshare with my mom, but that's my mom. Some people are like, you told your mom that? I'm like, yeah, I told my mom that. Like, my mom is my girl, and I know anything I tell my mom isn't gonna go outside of my house. Like, she might tell my brothers if it's something that if I told her not to tell anyone, she wouldn't. But if it's something I didn't say that was like whatever, like, oh, Kiaran's going out with somebody, or you know what I mean, like my brothers will know, my dad will know, but it's not something that will leave my house. And that's something that I think it's important to find that person. And if it's not a person, find a journal, find a book, find a pillow, find a something, because it's not good to hold things in. You kind of want to tell people stuff, but you want to tell people that you know you can trust. And if you feel like you can't trust anybody, pray to God to bring someone into your life that you can trust, because I feel like it's important to have people you trust, because it's good to get stuff off of your chest. Another one is treat your friends like family. Like I was just saying, I treat my girlfriends like they are my sisters. I have no sisters. I have two beautiful, amazing brothers, and I love them, but they're not girls, you know? So I treat my friends like my sisters. I love them, and it's good. And again, if you're watching this out there and you don't have friends, and that's not something to be ashamed of. There was a moment in my life where I didn't have friends, or I felt like I had no friends. It was me and my parents, and we were thugging it out, or I was thugging it out with them. But if you are now listening to this, you're like, dang, I don't have friends, or I'm an only child, and this and that, pray. Ask God to bring good people, genuine people, loving people into your life, and they will come. If you believe it and you put it on to him and just pray and give it to him, they will come. Because I watched a sermon a while back when I was in DC with Hagen, and the sermon was pretty much saying that we can't do it alone. It's important to have friends. It's important to have people we trust in our lives, because I mean, God had friends. I feel like the disciples were his friends, you know. There were people that he confided into and he trusted and he talked to, and they followed him and they moved on together. Like, it's so important to have friends. So if you don't have friends now, God will send you people or that person to be your friend. I promise you. And I'm your friend. You can DM me, we can talk in the comments, whatever the case may be. I want you guys to think of me as a friend or a big sister, because we could definitely chat. I promise you, I am accessible. I do get a lot of DMs, but if you title it like, girl, I need to talk, or I need some advice, I promise you I will respond. And the last section is relationships. Draining, but no. I mean, I'm a sucker for love. If you know me, I love it. Like, I love love. I love it. Will I say that I've been in love yet? I thought I don't know. I thought I was, and then now that I look back on it, now that it's been like a year and a half, 2 years, I think about it and I'm like, absolutely not. I was not. I think it was like my first experience with somebody kind of doing that boyfriendy, girlfriendy thing, and I got attached, but I don't think I was in love, you know? But I am a sucker for love, and I'm very excited when God brings me, you know, my husband, and I have that. Like, I want that one day. I want the kids, I want the husband, I want the everything. And I know God's gonna give it to me. But one thing I will say, and one thing I have learned, is to number one, take your time. Nothing rushed ends up good, because there's a reason why you rushed into it, you know? You skip some steps. I feel like when it comes to relationships, you gotta hit every step, you gotta hit every point, you gotta hit every mark. Because if you miss something, it's like, it's gonna come back, and it's gonna come back unsolved. And you're like, how did I miss this? You know, how did I not get this? And it's like you rushed into it. So I think the first thing is to take your time. And if you're watching this, you're around my age, 18, 21, 24, whatever it is, we are young. I think social media has this warped deception of when you're supposed to get married, when you're supposed to be in a relationship, how you're supposed to be getting wined and dined. I wouldn't say treated, because there are some concrete things that don't change, or social media doesn't have a say on, but how you're supposed to get wine and dines with Birkins and private jets and this, and it's nice to see, and shout out to the people that have it, because that's cool. But take your time. Don't follow anybody else's timeline. Take your time in a relationship. Take your time to get to know somebody. And that leads me into the second one, is friendship first. Be best friends with somebody that you can look with and you're like, you are my best friend. Somebody you can meet. I'm big on laughing. I love to laugh. I feel like I'm low-key funny myself. Low-key, okay. But I love to laugh. I love to just laugh. I laugh at everything, honestly. If you ask anybody that knows me, I'm always laughing. It might not even be funny. I might be giving these people out here too much credit, thinking they funny just because I'm laughing. But I'm joking. I just laugh at everything. I don't know. I like to laugh. I like to smile. I like to have fun. I like to eat. I like to go on adventures. I like all that stuff. And it's so important to make sure that that person that you're partners with is your bestie, like somebody you can go out and not get tired of. Because you think about it, you get married to this person, y'all are living together, sleeping together, waking up together, eating together, having kids together, raising kids together. You want to do that with somebody you are bestie vibes with, you know? And of course, from there, have the, you know, the other sides of relationships and all that, but be besties with somebody first. And I feel like that makes a hell of a difference, a world of a difference when it's that way, for sure. Third one is make your intentions clear from the start. I feel like there shouldn't be any blurred lines in relationships, and that's something that I had to come to terms with, I guess you could say, because it's like, don't be afraid to be that girl that's like, all right, what's your intention? So what we getting ourselves into? You just want to whoop-de-whoop, or you just want to get to know each other, or do you want to form a relationship? Like, what do you want? Because I guarantee you, everybody kind of has an idea of their intentions when they're dealing with somebody. If they say they don't, it's cap, they're lying. They do. Make sure the intentions are clear with both parties, girl and guy. Make sure it's clear. Make sure you know, because if not, that's when confusion comes and just, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. Make them intentions clear. My third one is don't be a dum-dum. Don't be a dummy. Take someone's words for what they are. 9 times out of 10, you guys, what someone is telling you is how they feel. Now, if they're just trying to swindle you and be like, oh, I love blah, then maybe, you know, read between the lines. But if somebody is like, oh, I don't want a relationship right now, they be serious, okay? You might want to think, oh, okay, well, maybe not right now, but like, I'll stick around and, you know, I'll ride the wave. I'll see what we can do. No. They are being dead serious. They don't want a relationship right now. They probably don't want one later. And it probably just not with you, you know? It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. And that's not the only fish in the sea. You might think it is. You might think you'll never meet anybody again. And you might think that this was the one and this and that. But you guys, take people's words for what they are. Again, I say if they're a little fishy and you think somebody's just trying to get the one thing only, then they might, you know, try and swindle you. But for majority, take people's words for what they are. Don't be a dummy. And the last one is be smart with who you give second chances to. My mom told me something a while back and it kind of stuck with me. She was like, she didn't say it like this, but essentially it was like, why circle back again to something that left you? And we talked about this on K Squared, but I'm gonna reiterate it. It was on our episode, Why Spin the Block? Ooh, shoot, I almost spilled my wine. It was just like, why do people spin the block again? You gotta think about situations for what they are. And I think a lot of times girls don't take situations for what they are. If somebody left your life for a negative reason, why give them another chance? It all goes back to not everybody should get a chance to know you. And if they got a chance to know you and they messed it up, deuces, you got to go. Me, I'm a very nice person. I am a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, sixth chance kind of person. And it's not good. I can pinpoint my faults now because it's not good. Not everybody deserves multiple chances from you, because that's when it kind of gets to a point where it's like you're letting people walk all over you and you're letting people take care of your kindness. And that's something that I've learned too, is to not let people take care of my kindness. One thing about me, I'm a very kind person, I'm a very nice person, but you're not about to take advantage of me. Forget that. Like, for real, like, forget that. And for the nice people out there that sometimes don't realize it, like, dang, I'm giving this person chances and chances and they're taking advantage of me, for real. And when you feel that, it kind of hurts you, because it's like, dang, all I did was be nice to you and you did the opposite. Don't be too nice. Don't let people run all over you, because they will try to. There's some vicious, manipulative people out there that will try and run over you and take advantage of your niceness. Be careful who you give second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth. First of all, you shouldn't even go that far, but be careful who you give chances to, for real, you guys. Guard yourself, guard your heart. It's a big thing for somebody to get to know you. Have that mentality and keep it that way. Don't let everybody get access to you. Not everybody should have access to you, and not everybody should get to know you. Whoever you is watching this, hold yourself to that standard. Like, you know what, I bring this to the table in whatever it is, situation it is, a job, a relationship, a friendship, anything, I bring this to the table, and I know that, and I'm not just gonna let everybody get a piece of the pie, because there's only about 8 slices in a pizza, 12 slices, whatever. And when somebody eats them, there's no replenishing. They're just gone. That box is gone. That box of pizza is gone. You're not gonna get that box back. So be careful who you give your slice of pizza to, because not everybody should get to know you. But yes, you guys, that wraps up my 20 things that I learned in my 21 years of life. I thank God for allowing me to see another year of life. Shout out to all the June babies, and shout out to all the 2000s babies turning 21 years this year. This is a year we have been waiting for, you guys. I know I've been waiting for it for so long. I'm so excited to turn 21. I walked in the grocery store and bought this with my ID because I'm 21. So I was very excited about that. But I love you guys very, very much. Thank you so much for supporting me and following me on this page. It's only up from here. I'm very excited to be more consistent and grow this family. Please like, comment, subscribe, you guys. Let me know what other topics of girl talk you want to see, or just other videos. I want to do like a Amazon favorites video next or something like that, or maybe I should do like a summer outfits. It's been a minute since I showed you guys my little fashions. But all right, guys, love you so much. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.